the UFC BMF division. You can see it in the title, you can see it in the thumbnail. This is a belt that was very exciting when it happened. Don't lie, bro. I know all you guys in the comments, like, you sweats that, like, don't like Masvidal, and I get it. I'm not a huge Masvidal fan either because of all the stuff that he did after the Colby fight and all that stuff. But at the same time, I feel like people try and act like they weren't hyped as fuck for UFC 244 when he fought Nate Diaz for the BMF belt at Madison Square Garden. It was fucking awesome, dude. It was sick. Don't lie to yourself, yeah? Don't lie, yeah? I'm the type of guy, I don't want people to lie. Oh, that's a fucking bar. But today, I'm giving you the BMF division. Maybe this is a 165 division. Maybe this is just a 155, 170 merger. Those are the divisions I'm using because that's the divisions that realistically would have been fighting for the belt if Masvidal kept it and was like defending it and stuff. So this is 155, 170 guys only. There will be no heavyweights. There will be no flyweights on this shit. I did have names in mind in those divisions, but for now, the BMF division is 155 and 170 only, okay? So let me go to number 15. All right, number 15. Oh, sorry, number 10. We got Bobby Green, all right? We got Bobby Green. Bobby Green's fight style is awesome. He's had so many memorable fights against all like those guys just outside the rankings at 155. He's fought Dustin Poirier. He's fought, all these fun guys at 155, and he always has great fights with them. So he definitely belongs on this list just for his fight style. Because when I was making this list, I was thinking fight style, number one, short notice fights, personality's got to be on there as well. You got to fit that mold of the Masvidal and the Nate Diaz, right? So you're not going to see Dustin Poirier on here. You're not going to see Justin Gaethje on there. Their fight style is crazy, but their short notice, the fact that they need notice to take fights, the fact that they're always on the sideline complaining and trying to negotiate, I just can't put them on this list. I just don't feel like they'd be arguing about getting pay-per-view shares for fighting for the BMF belt. So that ain't BMF shit, bro. They fight like BMFs, but the other stuff, I just can't really put them on that list, So sorry if that offends you, but I want to make this list a little bit more fun, a little bit more unpredictable. That's number 10. Number 9, this guy goes under the radar all the time. Vicente Luque, dude. I fucking love Luque. Luque fights so cool. He literally just walks you down, hands high, willing to brawl. Such a good finisher as well. Like, makes every fight so exciting, so must-watch. He's fought basically fucking everyone at welterweight. He's finished most of his opponents that he's beaten. He is just a joy to watch. Cool fucking dude. Will say no to nobody, bro. He'll fight fucking anybody, bro. And it doesn't matter. He'll take any fight. So that's Luque, bro. He belongs on this list. And his fight style is way more violent than fucking Bobby Green. So that's why he's above him. In case you're wondering. He's one of the most violent people on this list. But there's other guys that are equally as violent, but more like short notice, more badass personalities. And one of those guys is Drew Dober. Drew Dober will fucking KO you out bad, bro. Dober's got to be one of the most violent guys in the UFC. But his personality's so friendly. Like, that's badass. It's badass that he's so friendly. Like, he's such a cool dude. I feel like Drew Dober definitely belongs in this category. Like, imagine Drew Dober versus Michael Chandler, who is on this list. Spoiler. Drew Dober versus, like, a Conor McGregor. It'd be the craziest one-round fight ever. And I think he belongs in that conversation. He has fought so many people at 155 that I'm like, holy shit. Why has he said yes to this? And, sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses. But you will always remember a Drew Dober fight. So he definitely belongs on this list. Alright? Moving on to number 7. And not necessarily a finisher by any means, but a guy who will take any fight, basically. Willing to scrap. Always goes to war. Never has a boring fight. You know what I'm saying? This guy is a badass as well. Max Holloway. Probably one of the most high-level guys on this list that you're going to find. Max Holloway just summarizes. Like, he just fits that mold so perfectly. And he's still doing it. He's still winning. He still has exciting fights. He's still willing to stand in the pocket and trade. His chin is insane. It makes so many good fights. Tony Ferguson's another guy that I considered for this list. He could be in the honorable mentions, but when he loses, it's really boring. And he loses quite badly. Whereas Max Holloway, he'll always walk forward, bro. He never gives up. He's a fucking legend, bro. So Max Holloway definitely belongs in this category of these guys. Now we're getting into the big hitters, all right? Number 6 in the BMF division. This guy will take any fight. When I say will take any fight, will fight a guy in his hometown on like a month's notice not knowing when he'll get to go back to his family in COVID, all right? This guy has gone to war with fucking Paul Felder, Dustin Poirier, all these guys. Dan Hooker is a fucking BMF. Dan Hooker belongs on this list, dude. This guy's fought at fucking heavyweight, bro. Dan Hooker is in the fucking BMF division, dude. He's top 6, bro. And the only reason he's not higher is because he hasn't fought in a while and because he's lost a lot lately. Whereas these guys that are fighting, they're like a little bit more active at the moment, or they're just bigger names that I can see actually fighting for a BMF belt type situation. Sorry, my cat is staring at me like a psycho right now. But yeah, Dan Hooker, bro. If there's none of these guys above him, he is fighting for a BMF belt. If we make this division real today, if we make this division real today, and there's no money fights, like it's just who is the most badass guy, who do I want to see fight more? It's Dan Hooker and fucking Max Holloway. But above both of them is this man who fought, I believe, 5 times in 2020. Most of them were finishes. He's still such an entertaining fighter to watch, win, lose, or draw. Do I think he's the most skillful guy on this list? Absolutely not. Probably the least skillful guy on this list, let's be honest. But very entertaining, badass, shows up, fights anybody, anytime, any amount of notice. He fought Khamzat Chimaev on a day's notice, and if that doesn't give it away, it's Big Mouth, all right? Big Mouth, Kevin Holland, BMF material right here. This dude, Thiago Santos in his debut, right, on such short notice, survived that. Fought 5 times in 2020, got 4 finishes, I think, 5 wins. He's taken main events on short notice. He's like the modern day Cowboy Cerrone, in my opinion. His fight style is badass too. Like I said, he's not the most skillful guy, but he just scraps. So Kevin Holland definitely belongs in this BMF top 5. All right, number 4. All right, this guy has a lot of lineage in this division. This guy, and I don't think you guys are ready to see who the champion is because it's not who you think. I don't know. Maybe some of you are hoping this guy's in the division. He's the champ. But this guy right now at number 4, I got 2 words to say that'll tell you who this is, dude. All right. Hold it up. Hey, Nate Diaz in the fucking BMF division. That's what's up. Yeah. Dude, Nate Diaz is fucking, I love him, dude. I don't give a fuck. I know he's old. I know he's overrated. I know his fans are annoying. I don't fucking care, dude. Nate Diaz has said yes to fight Leon Edwards, Khamzat Chimaev, who else, bro? Fucking Anthony Pettis, fucking McGregor on like a month's notice when he was at his peak, bro. Fought RDA, Benson Henderson. He's fought fucking everybody, dude. He never quits. He's always in the fight, dude. He's got crazy good jiu-jitsu. He's a badass personality. We all fucking love Nate. Even if you hate his fans, you low-key love Nate, dude. You love when someone asks him a serious question. Like, oh, what do you think of this upcoming welterweight title fight? And he's like, I don't even know who the fuck's fighting for the belt for real. But yeah, good luck, I guess, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know, dude, Nate Diaz is a fucking legend, dude. He belongs in this division, all right? But because he's not necessarily winning at the moment and he's not in the UFC, I can't put him any higher. Number 3, not necessarily a BMF personality. Some people don't like him. I actually kind of like him, all right? But number 3, I'm going to say this guy because his fight style is absolute war mode, even though he fights like a fucking idiot. He's got a chimpanzee brain. He's got that fucking Planet of the Apes brain. He is very exciting to watch. He's taken on a murderer's row in his UFC career. And his entire career outside of the UFC as well, he's always been a scrapper, bro. Michael Chandler is number 3. Michael Chandler will fight anybody. You know, and he always brings the fight. He's always exciting to watch. He cares more about the entertainment of the fans than he does about winning. And by the definition of Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz, that's the most badass shit you can do, apparently, is be kind of 50-50. Like, we don't know if he's going to win or he's going to lose, but we know it's going to be a good fight. That's Michael Chandler summarized, dude. Michael Chandler's a fucking beast. He realistically could actually be a good, competent, like, world champion fighter, but he chooses instead to be a fucking, you know, crazy wild man in the cage. And I love it, bro. Respects to Michael Chandler. So he's top 3 at BMF. Number 2, all right? This guy belongs on this list. I don't give a fuck what you say. I feel like people are going to be mad at this. I feel like people are going to disagree, all right? And to the people that disagree, I just want to apologize. To absolutely fucking nobody. Dude, Conor McGregor's BMF material, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dude. If you disagree, if you're like, oh, McTapper, bro, McNugget, bro, McTapper, He's not in the BMF division. Conor McGregor has fought Nate Diaz, is agreeing to fight Michael Chandler, has fought Max Holloway, all right? Has fought Dustin Poirier, has fought Jose Aldo, has fought all these guys, has fought multiple world title fights on short notice, said yes to Nate Diaz on a month's notice when he had, at welterweight, 2 divisions up when he didn't have to whatsoever. You can say a lot of things about Conor McGregor. You can never say this guy's not a badass, dude. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm glazing right now, dude. This guy's a fucking badass. He will fight fucking anyone. He will fight literally anyone in the UFC. I truly believe if the UFC said, would you like to fight, like, Alex Pereira, Conor McGregor, go, yeah, fucking why not? Let's fucking do it, mate. Be a great fight. Let's fucking go. So, Conor McGregor's BMF, bro. Number 1, okay. I wanted to put Bilal Muhammad, but I can't do it because of his fighting style. Even though he does say yes to short notice fights, he will fight anybody. I just can't do it. I can't put him in the conversation with guys like McGregor, Chandler, Diaz, Drew Dober, Vicente Luque. Like, I'd just be lying to you and lying to myself. So, number 1, I think a very consensus pick to be in this division is Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns lost to Bilal Muhammad. I understand that, but said yes to a 5-round fight on short notice. Didn't really have to fight that fight, let's be honest. And I respect Gilbert Burns for taking that. Even though I picked Bilal Muhammad and, Bilal Muhammad's the GOAT, he didn't have to take that fight against Bilal, and I respect Gilbert Burns for doing that and fighting through it 5 rounds with one arm. That's a beast move. He fought 3 fights this year already when we're not even halfway through the year. So that is a fucking badass thing to do. He always scraps. The Chimaev fight is awesome. Probably his best accomplishment, let's be honest. No disrespect, but that's probably like his most memorable fight. So yeah, Gilbert Burns, BMF, 110%. He's got to be top 5 in this division. So I'm putting him at number 1. And for the champion, I don't know if many people would pick this guy. But when you really look at his resume and you look at the criteria of fighting style, resume, short notice, personality, will this guy fight anyone? Will this guy take short notice fights? Can this guy fight the best guys in the world? Will he fight, will he fight on short notice? Will he fight at multiple weights? This guy is that summarized and has been for years, and nobody gives him his credit. But I'm here today to do it. The BMF champion in the UFC right now is none of these guys. The BMF in the UFC right now is fucking RDA, bro. It's fucking Rafael Dos Anjos. Does that belt just not look badass with RDA, bro? Does he not suit that belt so good, bro? RDA is the BMF, bro. Okay? RDA has signed to fight Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz. Fucking hell, bro. Like, he's signed to fight Vicente Luque right now. He's fought fucking everyone in the UFC. He fights at lightweight. He fights at welterweight. He shows up on short notice. He fought Moicano on short notice, who is an honorable mention on this list. I think Moicano should be in the top 15 of the BMF division, but I couldn't really find other people. Like, I'm thinking like D-Rod, Moicano, and guys like that. But, dude, Rafael Dos Anjos is a fucking BMF, dude. Not only is he still a pretty good fighter, like, in terms of his quality, but he's fighting often. He's fighting at lightweight. He's fighting at welterweight. He's competing against top-ranked guys. He's smoking, like, fun guys that are just not near his level, though. Like, this guy's still a pretty good fighter. On top of the fact that he's a badass. He'll fight 5 rounds on short notice. He'll fight anyone. Like, I just can't say enough about RDA as the BMF, dude. This guy is the BMF of the UFC. And I would love to see him fight Gilbert Burns if he beats Luque. Or I would love to see him fight Michael Chandler or Conor McGregor. Or I'd love to see Nate Diaz come back and fight RDA. I think there's a lot of fun things that you can do with RDA. And put the BMF belt in there, bro. If you do Burns versus RDA for the BMF belt in Brazil, that'd be badass, dude. That'd be a sick fight. So let me know what you think of my rankings down below. Do you want to see a BMF money division with these fighters? And who else do you think belongs in this conversation? I want to hear all that down below, boys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at BedtimeMMA. And yeah, boys, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.